Selfie expert.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Old Bear, also known as Siddharth Prashant, and joining me this evening,
this is Tango, also known as Sriram Vishal. We welcome you to the round 2 matches of the OPPO F9 Pro PUBG Mobile Campus Championship 2018.
And you know what? This Campus Championship tournament is one of the largest tournaments for mobile esports in India, spanning a 50 lakh prize pool. I mean, 50 lakhs, that's a lot of money. And especially for college students, you know, when I was studying in college, I had to beg a lot of people for pocket money. And, you know, these guys have a lot of opportunity to actually go ahead and get themselves these chicken dinners. And we are going to be looking at game number 1 pretty soon. So, Tango, how do you think it's going to go in?
I mean, yes, we've seen a lot of chicken dinners, and I guess until the last 2 zones or 3 zones, I really wouldn't, you know, put one team onto the favorites list, I would say, because all the games which we had witnessed till now, till today, all of them were pretty evenly matched, and I would say the last three to 4 games were pretty one-sided, just about heading
you know,
into
one
the last
thing
2
I
zones.
wanted to talk about was, I guess, team number 17 in day number 5 second match. There was a guy called Tulsia, and in Pochinki we did see a lot of antics coming in. Like he just displayed such a good sense of game, and you know, he just made Pochinki his base. He knew exactly which angles to peek, where to search for people, and you saw how great that was, because like you could have actually pinned him to be one of the favorites to actually win the tournament.
But that wasn't the case. He just ended up
PUBG
fifth.
is so unpredictable, man, and something like that can happen in this game also, and we'll actually see how that's going to be going on. And meanwhile, you guys can actually participate in the giveaway for the OPPO F9 Pros. We are going to be giving 2 of these every day. So
I mean, yes, for the people who really couldn't make it to this tournament, even though about 10,000 teams are playing it right now, if you actually wanted to, you know, get something out of participating, I would say this is going to be your opportunity, because 2 of you lucky people out there who are watching it right now have a chance of winning both these OPPO F9 Pro phones. I mean, both of them are going to happen throughout the course of the stream, and probably even after this stream as well, because we're going to actually give you 2 phones every stream.
And all you have to do to participate in the giveaway is hit the subscribe button, like and share this video, and comment down below !PUBG Mobile in all caps. I repeat, !PUBG Mobile in all caps. And with that, you will be eligible to win one of these beautiful OPPO F9 Pro phones.
I mean, not just OPPO F9 Pro phones, but if you are actually wondering what kind of phone this is one of the premium phones coming out there from OPPO. While it has the 6.3-inch screen, which is going to give you a lot of space for you to move your hands across the screen, and it is responsive as well, so that's actually going to get you a lot of you know, kills out there. And speaking about kills and chicken dinners, I would say if you actually want to play a game of PUBG or maybe 2 or 3 more games, that's all about your phone's capacity to, you know, withstand all that much of time, which actually means that you need a really good battery, and that is what it comes up with as well. 3.5K mAh of battery is actually going to give you a lot of time, and which is actually going to let you win a lot of chicken dinners as well.
And also, it has the VOOC fast charge feature. So with just 5 minutes of charge, you can talk for 2 full hours. And me being a gamer myself, I would just go ahead and charge it for around like 10 more minutes and get myself a bunch of chicken dinners, because that's what gaming is all about. It's just about getting chicken dinners and getting fat. So let's go ahead and get into the lobby view in a few moments. So we are going to be looking at the lobby right now, and basically for people who are new to PUBG, PUBG is a battle royale. I don't know what you've been doing if you have not heard about PUBG, whether you're living under a rock or in Pluto or something, but PUBG Mobile is a battle royale and your goal is to survive, and you are going to be dropped into a map with 99 other people,
and in this case it's just going to be about 80 people, which means just about when you are actually, this is not actually going to be a solo game. As you can see, we have teams of 4 people right here in this lobby, and while you are playing in a squad kind of game like how you are watching it right now, you will be put with about 19 more teams into the small island where you are going to go across to different places, and at the end you are supposed to be the last man surviving or the last team surviving, because that is going to be getting you the chicken dinner, and that is going to be getting you a lot of chicken dinners as well, because in this tournament the winner is going to get about 15 lakhs, which is a huge share of money, I would say, for especially the college students, because we haven't seen a tournament like this. We haven't seen people conducting tournaments exclusively for colleges and students.
For a mobile game, that is the craziest part.
I mean, that's
about
actually
this
the
tournament.
icing on the cake, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, that is one of the selling points, and that is also one of the craziest things about this tournament. And you know what? PUBG also has a lot of hotspots in its map. You will have to go to places where other teams are also going to land, and fighting is going to be inevitable. And since this is going to be a best of one, my advice to all of you guys who are going to be playing in this game is to not go for all these reckless kills. Just try to survive as long as you can. Just save up your energy for those last 3 or 4 circles, because that's where you will need it the most. And we are going to be getting into the game pretty soon, I guess. So let's actually come back after a short commercial break.
OPPO Selfie Expert. OPPO Selfie Expert. Selfie Expert.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are here for the first game of today's stream of the round number 2's games. And here we are, and we are going to go live into the game in about 10 more seconds. As we are actually going to see where the plane route is going to go. We have about 79 people connecting into the server right now. And let's actually see where this is going, because I'm really pumped up right now, since this is going to be the first game of the round number 2, which we are going to go. And I think
one of the most pumped up things is the what we're going to be witnessing right now.
I was also pumped up for that. We've seen a lot of pink color skins out there.
Oh,
it's
not
the first
gonna
time
be
in a while
pink.
we are going to see the silver dream finish coming out there from TSM Rocket Royal Pass with a level of 79, which is pretty great, and not the highest we have seen yet. We have seen a lot of people with about 100 levels and all of
With
that.
the ordinary skin.
Exactly.
Also, you know, just
The
showing
debate
up.
coming out there.
Yeah, I mean, the debate's coming out from that level 100 Royal Pass player. And meanwhile, we are actually going to be looking at the flight's path. It's going to be starting over at Lipovka, and it's going to be ending just a little bit towards the west of Gatka. So this is going to be a really nice plane route, since it's going to be cutting right in the middle of the middle continent. We are actually going to be looking at a really good spread of people going all the places. And the places personally which I would suggest you guys to look out for are Yasnaya, Pochinki, Rozhok, and possibly even Ferry Pier, Georgiopol. And I don't think people who are going to be landing in Gatka are going to be getting a lot of loot. That's not going to possibly take them a long distance into the game. But I
really feel that a lot of people will be landing somewhere nearby Gatka, because that is a place where people can actually get into the zone. Wherever the zone is, that is going to be pretty close by, if you actually
I guess the
consider
tactical
geographical
advantage
location out there. Well, we are actually going to see a team dropping down in Milta Power. That is actually a good that's actually a good drop out there, because none of them are there on the southwestern part of that, except for team number 20. I guess they are making their way on to Novo, because they are right on the northern part of the bridge, while we see about 2 to 3 teams going out to Quarry.
And you know what, Quarry is not one of these drops which I would actually go for myself personally, because the Quarry is a large area and there are not really a lot of buildings, so not really a lot of places you can take cover. And if there are going to be more than one teams in Quarry, I'm pretty sure that we can expect a bloodbath. And meanwhile, as you said, team number 20, they did land near the bridge, and it seems as though they will be getting a vehicle and will be moving towards the southern part of the continent.
I mean, yes, because we have seen a lot of people coming out there who are landing on the northern part of the continent, but just about 2 teams going out there for the southern part. While we're actually panning our view to Georgiopol, where we actually see about a couple of teams, team number 23 as well as team number 16, trying to go out there on the containers and try to spot them out, as we actually see one of team number 23's player firing at team number 16's player. While we are going to go back to school, while we see about 2 teams, team number 22 and 12 as well. So looks like they are going to pick up a fight pretty soon, because one of them are in the main building and the other team is actually in the adjacent building to the school.
And you know what, people who are going to be in the adjacent building of the school, I'm pretty sure that they are not going to be getting the best loot that they can. So this is going to be kind of hard if team number 12 is going to be keeping their eye on both of these entrances to this second building. This is going to be a tough situation for team number 22, as we are going to be looking at team number 12's Rahul Rishabh. He has an SLR, and
it's actually an SKS
actually.
And he's got a shotgun as well, and I think he's going to trade that for another gun. That looks to be that actually looks to be another SKS.
Oh, dual SKS.
I think he's actually going to give one to his teammate, while he is going to try to pick up some of the gun as well. That's actually a good strat coming out there. While we are going to see team number 22 still at school, probably a good option for them to go is right now, they could probably go on to the apartments if they really wish to play it a little safe. But it looks like as if they are trying to spot them out. They are trying to spot team number 12 out there, because some of them have pretty decent guns out there, M16s as well as Tommy guns out there, which is actually pretty decent.
An M16 and a crossbow for one of these players, and also he has that really fancy level 2 helmet skin right there, courtesy to the Royal Pass. And we are going to
speaking of the Royal Pass, is actually going to the current season is actually going to end in November, the first week of November. So I guess if you actually haven't really accomplished all your progresses as well as your
we strongly suggest you to do that.
Exactly, because your time's running out. You just have about a month left, so just about just try to just finish as much as you can and try to get as much of skins as you can, as we are actually returning back to the action at school. While we really don't see much of a fight coming out there, we actually see Star Papa looking from that building. He's actually spotted a couple of guys from team number 22. I guess he can actually go for the take. He's got a mini 14 coupled up with a holographic sight. He's actually going to spot him down. He's going to knock him down as well. That is actually going to be the first knockout coming out there in the game. And coincidentally, it is happening at school, so which is a place where a lot of people drop. But unfortunately, we just saw about 2 teams getting out there, probably trying to play it safe. But I think that is actually going to backfire for team number 22 because one of them is knocked out. He's trying to make it inside. And I guess it's about time for team number 12 to try to go and make it and try to take that fight, because they are in a good position right now. Because compared to the loot which both the teams have, I guess team number 12 have a better loot. They have all the DMRs, and if you actually looked at them,
one guy with 2 DMRs.
Exactly.
I mean, that is overkill, but still they are going to be rolling with that, and we might just be able to see team number 22's player drop, because it does not seem like he's actually getting revived right now.
And
okay, he does go down.
He goes down, and that is going to be the first kill into this game, and that is going to get taken by Star Papa from team number 12. That's 1 down and three more to go for them. So they are actually in a good position.
And look at Star Papa right here. He has been able to spot out a lot of these players just moving around inside of the building. He does spot a bunch of these players in the front and side of the entrance of the second building. And you look at this right here, we're going to be looking at team number 12's player actually keeping an eye on the backside entrance if they're going to be getting into the gymnasium through that. And we're going to be looking at team number 22's Sanail. He is going to be with that Tommy gun just roaming about. While, okay, it seems as though team number 22 are going to be making the run for it. This is the best decision they could have made. They are down by 1 person, and team number 12, they are going to be getting school all to their own. And even though school, I presume, is going to be completely looted, this opens up a lot of opportunities. They can actually go to the reverse side of where team number 22 is approaching. That is, they can go to the apartment complexes.
Or instead, as you actually looked at the zone right now, it is actually favoring the northeastern part of the map. So I guess if they are actually going to find a vehicle or something, they can probably just go into probably deeper into the zone, because that is going to give them a lot of time. That will buy them a lot of time to loot, and they can probably go on to places where they can, get some decent loot, I would say.
And this is actually looking to be really weird. The reason is because team number 12 also has all their players in school, while team number 22 only has 2 of their players in school. It seems as though one of their players has actually gone outside of school. I would assume that he has gone to search for a...
There's going to be another knockout out there for Star Papa. He's going to take down one as well, and that's going to be Rohit Kumar, who is going to fall down. And I would be surprised if they're not going to go for the revive, but it looks like as if they are, because the last time when one person got knocked out, the revive was not even being attempted. So that was quite surprising. As we're actually going back to team number 20, who were actually going down firmly at Novo, and they are actually trying to clear it up right now, given that they are one of the teams in the southern island, the other one being team number 3 at military base. So that's going to give them a fair share of loot, both these teams, team number 3 as well as 20, as they are, in some time will be going on to the mainland, because the zone is going to pop out right now. It's already time, and let's actually see where the next zone is going to go, while we are going to return back to team number 12, as one of their players is actually trying to go for the flank, and he is going to spot out Sanail, and he is going to go for the kill, I guess, because Sanail is going to grab a little bit late, and that is going to cost him his life, as there is another person. He's actually spotted the other out there. That's going to be another knockout for team number 12, as team number 12 getting 2 knockouts at that, at really quick succession, and that's going to be 2 kills as well. That's going to leave the last person alive, who was actually making
his run towards the zone. So we are going to be looking at Star Papa and his friends. They are going to be clearing out school for themselves, and they have a lot of opportunities being opened for them. As I said, we are going to be looking at them possibly trying to go for a vehicle or 2, and then they can proceed to just raid around the map, try to get more kills, or maybe even just go for the loot and play it safe. And we're going to be looking at Star Papa. He has been playing phenomenally well with that Mini 14, even though he only had that holographic scope. We saw that 2 of these knockouts just came with 1 shot coming in from the Mini 14, and we are going to be switching our view on to team number 7 right here over. This is going to be a tough situation, because we are going to be looking at team number 7 actually getting in between a fight with team number 18.
And also as one of their players is going to get knocked out as well, as we are going to see team number 22's last player on the background just going for the vehicle or something like that, because that's really not going to help him out, as Sachin 14 is going to make his way to revive his teammate. And now it is going to be one more person from team number 18 who's actually going to, he's actually not spotting out Sachin, but he knows that there is a guy out there who has been knocked out, and I think he is going to come, but he is going to get knocked out as well. That's a good cover coming out there from Raman, coming out there from team number 7. Let's actually see if it's actually going to work out, because they are actually able to turn the tables on to team number 18 right now. As can we actually see if them wipe them out, because there's another guy knocked out there in the other building.
Well, the thing is, Sachin 14 seems to be playing this a little bit recklessly. He's just going outside without any consequences. There is going to be a player right above the building, and he might just get shot right now, as we are going to be looking at.
He's actually going to shoot at the other guy, but I don't think the other guy who is right on top of Sachin's building has any clear idea. But it looks though as if another person is going to come right.
He jumped right from the terrace. He jumped right from the terrace and got that kill. But sadly, we are going to be looking at team number 7 is going to be the eventual victor in this little scuffle. But they are only going to survive with 2 of their teammates alive.
I mean, but all the damage is already done, so that's actually not going to help them out when they are going to go on to the long, the later part of the game, because you know, all their teammates are done. Just about 2 people remaining, and all their vests and all being wasted, and they really don't have a really good loot, I would say. So it's just about time where we are going to see whether they can make it or not, because the first drop is going to fall at right bang at Stalber.
And Stalber is so far away. It's like the Himalayas of PUBG. Nobody really goes there, and people, if they do go there, it's like they only go really rarely. And we are going to be looking at
that's about it. Like, whenever you are going to go for Stalber, that will probably be because there's a drop out there, or probably that is going to be the last zone, because you really don't find much of good loot coming out there from Stalber. As you were actually telling about team number 13, that's actually going to intrigue me, because I've never seen people going on to Kamishki.
Well, we did see a bunch of teams going to Kamishki previously in the live stream, but we have not seen people who did land in Kamishki actually performing really well in the game. And we are going to be looking at team number 6 again right here. They're just going to be settling up with their mediocre loot right now. We are going to be looking at them having some level 2 gear here and there, but not really a lot of guns coming out. And we are going to be looking at team number 13 over in Kamishki. They could have actually spotted out the loot crate being dropped in Stalber, but it seems as though
it looks like there are 2 drops coming out there. What a luck coming out there for team number 5. I guess they are going for the drop.
They're going to catch it.
It's quite going to be there. It's going to be in their favor, because I've never seen 2 drops coming out there at Stalber, that 2 at the same time.
And meanwhile, over in the southern side of the continent, we might have just seen team number 3 and team number 20 could have made contact visually, because we did see both of them actually converging towards that bridge, and they will have to cross that bridge to get into the safe zone. And it seems as though they are probably going to get into a fight or 2, so we have to actually be careful. Meanwhile, the loot over in Stalber, oh my god, team number 5 must be having a party right now. We are going to be looking at them just spreading out, trying to secure as much loot as they can, just getting greedy since they know nobody goes to Stalber. And look at them, team number 5, they really don't have any good loot. They are going to be getting that right now from these loot crates. And look at this, we actually
have about a couple of guys, or even 3 guys, having the SMGs in the form of the UMP. So I guess this is something which is really going to help them out, because both these drops are not even going to get contested by any teams nearby. But if you're actually looking at the vicinity, there aren't any teams even close by to team number 5's location. So I guess this is going to be a sure shot drop coming out there for them, and that is going to give them a lot of advantage, given that they are right on the center of the map, as the new zone is going to favor the people at Stalber. We are going to look back at team number 25's Anshuman at the moment, with that AK as well as that Kar 98, with that you know, the orange skin coming out there, and the bullseye pan coming out there.
Oh, the AWM coming in for team number 5, and we are going to be looking at this team. They are going to be really strong coming in right now. They have an SLR, they have an AWM, and they also have a lot of other good weapons also. They have SMGs for close range, they have these bolt action rifles for long range.
I mean, I would probably say that they are pretty much sorted at the moment, because each of them have a close range weapon, as well as you know, either a DMR or a sniper rifle, because that is actually going to help them out when they are going to go into the later stages of the game. While they are even pretty close to the zone as well, just about 150 meters away from the white zone. So I guess they're not really going to have any hassle going into the zone, or even maybe the next zone, because they are heavily looted as well.
And only one player from team number 5 has a level 2 helmet, and you know what, that is not a bad thing. The rest of your teammates are completely sorted out, and that just means all you have to do, the guy with the level 2 helmet, is you just have to play it a little bit more safely, and you will be able to make sure that your team is going to survive if you play play, that really cover-based team play, which we have seen coming into this tournament. And let's actually see, these guys are going to be clear favorites for this tournament. And you guys, if you think these guys are going to be the victors of this tournament, go ahead and leave a comment down below and let us know what is going to turn out. And look at this, actually, he does not have a lot of healing, but it seems as though a lot of his teammates are...
Wait a minute, I think they still haven't taken the other drop.
Oh, okay. No, I think they actually took that drop. They're just
Look at that, they still haven't taken it out.
Okay.
Looks like they are going to take it right now. So this was pretty late coming out there from them. And there you go. That is going to be the last person from their team who didn't have that level 2, switching it on for his level 3. And I guess this is going to be their game, I would say. And if you guys also think that, just leave a comment down in the comments button, in the comments section, I would say. And if you think the team number 5 are going to get the chicken dinner of this game,
I just don't want to be disappointed, because we have seen...
Exactly.
Yeah, we have seen
times when we have seen a team being handed out drops, like 1 or 2 drops like this, we've never seen them making their way even onto the top 4 where they could qualify. So this is a jinx I think team number 5 could probably break, because we haven't seen any sort of this. 2 arms, 2 level 3 helmets, and this is actually the first time we're going to see all the 4 people in one team having the level 3 helmet in our live streams.
I mean, that's a lot of loot going for team number 5 right here, and we are going to be looking at team number 17. They are going to be getting inside of the zone, and it seems as though they are going to be looking at the backside, just trying to see if the border of the white zone is going to be having any unsuspecting foes just walking in, and we are going to be looking at team number 22 in close proximity. But
that's actually the last guy from team number 20 whom we actually saw him fight it out with the other people at school. So I guess this is actually going to be a damn squib at the moment, because team number 17 have the advantage, given that there are 3 people out there and they have pretty much decent guns. The DP28 it'll actually do a lot of damage, provided you can actually control its recoil as well. So I guess this is actually a no-brainer. I think team number 17 have got this, while we are actually going to see Commando Negi spotting out team number 21's Kushiu, I guess, and this is going to be really tricky for him, as he does not know that team number 2's player is right behind him. This is quite tricky, because in that building lies a person from team number 2, and I think this is going to be really tricky out there for team number 19, because if he's actually not going to spot it out, and probably if they are going to bait it out, but it doesn't look like Ganesh is going to go for the drop. We are going to see team number 19 take out the drop as well.
A solo player coming into the game of PUBG. We have seen a lot of legendary solo plays coming in our live streams, and basically what has happened until now is that most of these solo players have actually managed to qualify for the next round, especially the guy who actually came second in one of our live streams back in day number 3. And
exactly, that was actually a spectacle to watch, because that was something we really didn't think that would happen, as we are going to look at the action. And Ganesh Amore, with that little bit of HP which he has, he's going to take down one person from team number 19, as the other one is trying to make his way on to the top and trying to take him down, try to avenge his teammate's death. Let's actually see if it's going to work. He's got that MK14 as well, so that's going to do a lot of damage if he's just going to pop his head up and try to take down Ganesh, because he's got that first aid which he just put it on right now, the nade being cooked out there. Can he actually go and try to get that? But I don't think that is going to happen, as he's almost gone. He was almost going to go down with the help of that nade, but let's actually see if he's going to heal himself up and try to go for the kill, because he very well knows that there is a guy from team number 2 right on top. So I guess this is a fight which he can probably take, because given that
the only thing team number 19 have to worry about is the fact that they don't know that's just one player. They possibly might just think that there are going to be 3 more players just waiting inside of that building, and that is, you know, one scary thought. And team number 19's last player is Devesh Rajput right here. He's going to be priming up his grenade. He's just going to be waiting to see if the player is going to be making his way inside of this 2-story building. Well, these buildings are actually one of the hateable buildings which I have encountered in my in my experience in PUBG, because these buildings are going to be quite hard. There is going to be just one staircase, and those first floor does not have any windows which you can jump out of. So he has essentially trapped himself in this building, and if team number 2's player actually tries to make his way into this building, there is no way of escape for team number 19.
You know what, I really don't think both of them are going to fight it out at the moment, because they still have about 1.5 minutes left for the next zone.
And only one player per team.
I think they wouldn't be going to that risk, given that just about 67 people are still left in the game. And I think if I was one of these people, I would have not taken the fight as well. I would have probably tried to go inside the zone and try to get a place where I can probably camp in and try to waste some more time, because I think he is quite near to the zone. Both of them are. So I guess the safest option at the moment is trying to go inside the zone, as we're actually going to see the drop coming in right onto the western part of Yasnaya. So a lot of teams are gathered up out there. So let's actually see if there is going to be a fight, or are people actually going to go and contest for the drop, because we see team number 23, 25, 9, team number 5, team number 8, team number 16, and all of them, and team number 3 as well, right on the vicinity of Yasnaya. So there is a fight about to happen anytime soon. So it's just about time where we are going to see, because in about 50 more seconds we are going to see the zone coming in, and let's actually see how it's going to work, as we are actually going to look at team number 16 out there. Pretty much decently looted at the moment in terms of the guns, but not really in terms of their their healing items and all of that, because we just see about 2 people with their first aid kits and just about limited bandages as well. While we are actually going to look at team number 9 who are at Yasnaya, I guess. Yeah,
well, they are at Yasnaya. They are into the hospital building, I presume. So this is going to be a really tough position, as we are going to be looking at team number 9, and they are going to try to camp this out slowly, because team number 6 is right below them. And we are going to be looking at team number 9. They're going to be playing this really safely. Each and every one of them are going to be holding a really tight angle. And
yes, this is what I call teamwork, because each and every one of them are holding one tight corner, like you just said, and all of them making sure that they are watching their teammates back. So this is something I would say is going to be really hard for team number 6 to crack it, because I've never seen something like that in a closed, apartment or a structure like this. So I guess it's going to be really hard for team number 6, given that they are anyways one person short of
I mean, look at team number 6. They have these level 3 gear, but they don't really have good weapons. They only have a vector, and only 3 people are alive. So this is going to be a numbers game coming in eventually, and this is not really looking good for team number 6, as we are going to be looking at Yasnaya getting completely surrounded by a lot more teams, and they are going to be converging onto this position if they manage to hear some noise coming in from this hospital building. And we are going to be looking at team number 9. They are going to be holding this position like a hawk, and one guy on top of the terrace is going to be hiding behind that staircase entrance. So he is going to be covered from inside of Yasnaya, so nobody from inside of Yasnaya can see the player who's going to be standing in the terrace.
And he's actually doing a good job, trying to scout out the people coming over there from the hospital building, because that is something which any team would want to go, because that is actually going to level them up for the people who are inside the building. Well, we're actually looking at team number 20's TSM Wicked making his way just about closer to team number 6 and 9, right behind the hospital building. So I guess there is going to be a third team who is going to be involved in this fight. While we are looking at team number 20 again, all of them pretty much looted as well. Scarrels, the Car 98s, the Mini 14. So I guess they are going to have a really good
I feel like most of these teams are just completely sorted out. It's just that they are getting stuck in the most unfortunate places. As we are going to be looking at TSM's prototype, he is going to be scouting out this building. He does manage to spot out a bunch of these people in these windows, so he's just going to be playing it safe. And look at it, he does have that Car 98K, and he also has that Scarrow for himself, so he will be able to take a fight if that comes down to that. And meanwhile, we are going to be looking at team number 10 and team number 5 just in the closest vicinity. And mind you, team number 5 has level 3 gear down to their teeth. They looted 2 goddamn loot boxes in Stalber, and they are going to be one force to be reckoned with. And we are going to be seeing team number 20 right here. They are going to be spotting out one player from team number 13. He has not made his way into the zone yet. He is not getting tapped by the bullets, but sadly,
I guess that is going to go down in favor of team number 20, because he is just about inches away from taking that kill, and he is successfully going to knock out one person from team number 13. That happens to be Flying 6007, and I think that is not a good idea. You just need to stay at one place, because that is going to allow team number 20 to go and take that kill, as the zone is going to try to come in, and that is going to be a kill coming out there for TSM's Rocket, and that is going to be 1% down for team number 13 as well, as they are actually holding this place out really well. They have angles across the place, one of them spotting out the guys out there, team number 13 out there, while the other person is actually trying to take down the guys from team number 6 and 9 who are there at the hospital building. So I guess this is actually good strategy coming out there from team number 20, as one of them is, the other person is actually watching the entrance of that side. So this is beautiful team play coming out there, while we still see team number 6 waiting at that building.
I mean, they have not moved an inch, and this is going to be quite a hard situation, because if
They're
that was
actually testing the patience of the other team, which I think most of the teams will not really, it really won't go well with
they're
the
not
other
going to
teams.
bite. They're not going to bite to the bait, and we are going to be looking at team number 20's wicket right here. He will be able to spot out a player who's going to be going through that UAZ.
That's actually going to be team number 14 who are making their way in Yasnaya. We have another squad into this, and this is going to be really surprising, because this is actually the first time we're going to see about 4 squads into this fight, because all of them are in close vicinity. And anytime soon we are going to see all the fights between. It's actually going to be 5, because we still have about team number 19, team number 6, team number 9, team number 20, as well as team number 14 out there. So this
And
is
team number 10 and team number 5 also. So this is just a lot of teams, as you said.
in Yasnaya.
Yeah, and this is just going to be a bloodbath impending, and we have to see how the next zone is going to fare out, as we are going to be looking at the airdrop to add fuel onto the fire. It's just going to land right next to Yasnaya in an open space.
And it's going to have an MK14 with an 8x scope and level 3 gear as well. So this is going to be another loot which I guess people
This is not loot. This is just a bait by the devil, because if any of these teams decide to go for this loot, they are just going to be shot at by team number 20, team number 14, team number 6 and team number 9, as they are all going to be in close proximity, and nobody wants to go up against that MK14. Not that they know, but they are possibly going to be having a sight.
Good gracious, just look at that zone. That is still going to favor the people from that region, because all these teams out there are going to be safe at the moment, as we actually see team number 14's one of their players getting knocked out, Chode Mia being the guy. And let's actually see if he is going to get revived, or if the nades are going to get popped out right now. That's actually the last team which came on to that place, while we are going to see team
Last
16.
team? Last
Oh my God.
man,
Oh
you are
my
completely
God.
wrong, my child. We are going to be looking at team number 16 also making their way to Yasnaya. They're just going to be claiming this little shack right here. So, just this is like a real estate sale. Everybody's just claiming
Why
an
would you
apartment
do
for
that?
themselves. And we're going to be looking at team number 20's Doa right here. He will be able to spot out team number 16. So he is going to be, taking this angle. He will be, taking charge into finding out whether team number 16 is going to pop off or not. And we are going to be looking at most of these teams. They have not really made it inside of the zone yet. Possibly a lot of these teams are going to be dying before they enter the zone, as we are going to be looking at team number 1's, the remaining 2 players. They're going to be playing it really safe, as they are going to be getting into a little bit of a scuffle between team number 17.
Oh, this is going to get really interesting, because we actually see team number 15 making their way into the zone as well. So this is going to go either ways, because I really can't, put one team as my favorite at the moment, because just look at this building. We've got about 5 or 6 teams right in, about
And look at that, team number 13, they're also going to be making their way towards this zone. And you know what, I don't think team number 13 is going to survive, because team number 20 and team number 16 have a really good angle onto that little plains, and they don't really have any cover to actually block themselves from the fire impending coming in from team number 20.
While I think this is a time where they have to make the move, because the zone is going to close in right now, and where team number 13 are is going to be really risky, because the zone is going to go out a little bit faster than towards the northern side, because that is going to be the place where team number 20, 16, 9, 19, 14 and 11 are, and that is just going to leave us with about 51 people and 18 teams remaining. Let's actually see how it's going to work
51
out.
people in one city, man. I mean, this is like the movie Battle Royale. This is not even like a game. This is going to be a complete goddamn bloodbath, as we are going to be looking at Doa with that Mini 14 and that 6x scope. He's just going to be keeping an eye onto that little shack. If team number 16 are going to be unfortunate enough to, peek up their heads, they are going to certainly go down. And we are just going to be looking at team number 20's Doa right here. He's just going to be boosting up. Like, I don't think he has another choice. If he's going to be looting a lot of these boosts, it's better to actually go ahead and use them.
I mean, he's not using that because of that, because the zone is not going to favor any of the teams out there on the eastern side, because I guess team number 1, 17 and 21 are at the advantage. So anytime soon we are going to see a lot of fights and a lot of casualties in this, because 1 and 15 are at the driver's seat at the moment, as we are actually going to see a fight between team number 20 as well as 16. Still not a single team getting wiped out in this region, while we are going to see Dua trying to take down people out there, doing a lot of damage to 3 people of team number 16. Let's actually see how it's going to work out right now. They just have time about for just 30 more seconds, because after that there is no stopping the inevitable.
And look at team number 16. They don't really have a lot of healing. They will have to make their way, and it seems as though team number 20 are not going to abide by those rules. They're just going to be charging them forward, as we are going to be looking at 2 people from team number 20 just going ahead, and we are going to be looking at just 20 more seconds for the next zone to actually close in. And let's actually look at how team number 20 is going to fare off, as they are going to be keeping a close eye onto team number 16, as we are going to be looking at Doa right here. He will be able to spot out these players, and he will be able to get a bunch of shots. He does manage to knock down 1 person, 3 more people alive in that building. We are going to be seeing TSM's wicket right here. He's going to be keeping another angle, and we are going to be looking at the grenade getting lobbed. No, that's just going to be the smoke right there. Okay,
and the zone is going to close in right now, so this is going to be really interesting for all these teams out there, as all of them are trying to make their move inside. Team number 16 getting a lot of damage from that zone, and I think they are not going to survive this, even though one of them have a vehicle. The UAZ coming out there from one of their players is actually going to help about 2 people out there, just about 1 I guess, as a lot of damage being taken there. And I guess team number 20 are also going to go down. That is going to be the end of team number 20, as team number 6 are just about in seconds they are making their way into it, and that is just going to be one team which is going to make which are going to go down. We still have about 2 people from, and that is going to be the end of team number 9, and they are making their way, and it's going to be about team number 20 as well as 13, who just about missed it right now, because they are on the border.
Barely made it, and they only have 1 person in their team respectively. And team number 13 actually is going to be having 2 people, as we are going to be looking at team number 15 right in between both of these team number 13's players, as we are going to be looking at Killer Games. Okay, don't go into this building. This is a trap, my friend. There is going to be team number 15 right here, as he needs to be careful. He's just vaulting really slowly. Team number 15, they have to be careful. I'm pretty sure that they did manage to spot him out, as we are going to be looking at Killer Games right here. He's going to be onto the first floor. He's just going to be going prone, as we are going to be looking at Killer 13.
Look at that. He's shooting right behind you. Why don't you look back? And that is going to be the end of Killer Mandy. And let's actually see if team number 13's people, and that is actually going to be Killer Games, who is going to be the last guy out there. And I don't think he is going to go and try to save his teammate, because that is going to put them at a lot of risk, because right now it's just about who is going to survive, and I think there is no way that his teammate can be saved, as we are looking at team number 5's players, as one of them is going to get knocked out. The smoke coming out there from Shark is actually going to buy them some time, but I don't think the zone is going to go keen on them, because the zone is going to close in about 3 more seconds, and we are going to see a lot of fatalities at the moment as well. Team number 14, team number 25 and team number 12 are in a fix at the moment, as all the other teams are trying to make their move, and I think this is going to be a bloodbath as we are looking at it. Team number 14 are going to be on the receiving end of that, 2 of them getting knocked out, while it is just about Vivabias who is going to stay right at the moment, and a lot of people are making their way inside the zone. So we are not actually going to see a lot of zone kills out there, while we are going to see team number 25 making the most out of that advantage and taking about 2 people down, and it looks like he is going to go and try to spot out the other person trying to vault in, and that is actually going to help him out. This is quite surprising how Anshuman was able to make it through that, and I think Vivabias from team number 14 has spotted 1 person out, as Phoenix is making his way right inside the zone. This is going to be really tricky. 19 people left and 7 teams into this, and we are into the 8th zone. This zone is going to be the next zone is actually going to be really interesting, because after this the zone will be settling down right in the middle of the next white zone. So this is going to be really tricky. Vibabias doing a lot of damage, knocking out at least a couple of guys, and team number 5 are still in it. This is really surprising. We see all the 4 people from team number 5 still in this game, and I think they look like the clear favorites. Team number 11 also have about 4 people, and apart from that, I guess all the other teams just have about 3 people and 2 people.
I guess team number 15, look at them right here. They are actually in the most advantageous situation, as they do have 3 people alive, and they will have to make their way inside of the zone. But it seems as though they are not getting contested by anyone in closer proximity, and we are going to be looking at the zone slowly closing in, as the grenades are going to get lobbed right here. Team number 5 is going to be stuck in that blue building. Team number 25 is going to be in church, and it seems as though they're just getting ready to just go for the healing, because it seems as though they are not able to spot out any of these players right here. Right opposite to them, there are going to be a bunch of these players, as we are going to be looking at team number 25, very next 42. He's going to be able to spot out 1 player from team number 10. He's trying to go for the kill, but sadly he will not be able to spot that out. He's just going to be keeping an eye onto the other side, as there is going to be a guy from team number 12 actually in this building. He is going to be vaulting over these compounds, trying to make his way, and it seems as though he is just going to be not spotted out as of yet. He's just going to be going prone, just making sure that he stays under cover as the zone is going to be closing in. And we are going to be playing this a lot safely. The zone is going to be going in really slowly. And
but one good thing is that in that fight, both team number 11 as well as team number 5 have not even lost a single player, even though a couple of them got knocked out from one from team number 5 as well as team number 11. So that is actually going to leave both of them in an advantage. But this is actually going to be really tricky because team number 5 have that advantage given that they are into that building. And I think team number 11 don't have that because they can actually be fired out from different areas as well, because there are a lot of there are other people as well. There are 4 others except for the 8 people who are there right in these 2 buildings.
I mean, this is revolutionary because there are still 12 people alive and this is the final zone. And look at this. This is too many people for this last zone. And we're going to be looking at Harsh right here from team number 11. He's just going to be keeping a keen eye onto the church area because there might just be people coming in from that side, as we are going to be looking at team number 12 has 2 people alive. Team number 25 only has a solo guy, while team number 10's Lionhearts is going to be settling himself in church. And we are going to be looking at team number 11's player. He's just going to be vaulting out of that building, just trying to make sure that he gets into cover behind this compound. So we are going to be looking at Harsh right here.
I don't think Harsh has actually spotted out the guy right in front of him, and I think this is really going to go Ori for them, because one of their teammates are tagging team number 5 Shark, and I think that could have been Harsh's kill because he actually did not he was not able to spot out Shark, and I guess the information has already been given. The smoke trying to come out, and I think Shark has no idea where he is going to try and shoot him from. And let's actually see if he's going to take his time and try to take the shot. And I think Shark has spotted him out, and he's going to knock him out. And that is why patience is not going to help you out, because this zone is going to be really crucial, and that is going to leave team number 11 with a disadvantage, giving team number 5 a really good advantage, given that they are just 4 people, and that is going to be just about 3 people alive.
Oh, the pan! The pan actually deflects a lot of shots coming in from Shark right there. So that is actually going to save his life. I mean, we have seen a lot of these plays coming in from where people just get a lot of kills with pans, just deflecting bullets like it's Dragon Ball Z or something. And we are going to be looking at the pan actually saving his ass, literally, as he is going to get fired upon by Shark, and he did not get knocked down, sadly. And we are going to be looking at Shark with his AK, just trying to keep a keen eye onto that shack. And he actually needs to be careful because there is a guy over at that compound. And
I mean, both of them are. So that is actually going to be really tough for Shark to, focus on 2 people, because he's actually going to spot out one person, but the nade coming out there doing a lot of damage. And I think this is actually time for him to heal it up and try to put that boost, because in about some more seconds we are actually going to see the last zone trying to pop in, and that is going to really not help any of the teams right now, because we are actually looking at Shark still trying to spot out team number 11's worst reason, and he's going to spot out one more guy. He is trying to take him down, but that unfortunately is not going to really take him down, while 2 of their players are going to get damaged for a lot of damage. I would say just about half HP remaining for both these guys. Let's actually see how it's going to work out, because zone is going to move in right now. It's just about who has the better healing, who's having those fast hands, as we are actually going to see. And looks as the team number 11 don't have a lot of loot. One of the players is actually going to go down and make that 2, because a lot of people are going to find it out. Let's actually see who is going to win, and it's going to be team number 5 for the first time. We are going to see a team which was handed a lot of loot winning it for the first time. What a game coming out there. What a game of PUBG Mobile. Team number 5 victorious with that chicken dinner. What a game. Just about all the 4 people were alive.
That could have gone either ways, man. That was the point. Like, even though team number 5 had that advantage, that could have actually destroyed them. And, they just played it really safe. They stuck in that building for as long as possible, and they made sure that most of these teams just fight it out themselves. And once they go ahead and did that, they somehow managed to secure the game for themselves. And you know what?
I was really surprised because of this fact, that when I actually told you that team number 5 as well as team number 11 were the favorites, we actually saw the teams who had just about 1 player in it. Team number the team which actually finished 2nd, and the team which actually finished 3rd, coming up on top of team number 11, because even though I guess Harsh was the guy who actually got damaged by Shark, and the pan actually saving his life, and all that happened, and that really didn't help them out. Even though they did qualify, they are going
to be qualifying, but their performance is not looking as well as team number 5's. And we are going to be looking at most of these teams. They're just going to be having at least 1 player from their team just performing incredibly well, while a lot of their teams are just going to be just playing it a little bit more mediocre. as we saw, team number 11 not really performing well, but they somehow managed to qualify because of their smart plays. They did not play it aggressively, they did not play it skillfully well, but they played it smart, and that is the reason why.
I would really say that they played it really well. They played it really skillfully, but I guess the last zone actually screwed them up a little bit. They were actually in the panic, so they really couldn't. You had about
was that a pun, Tango? Are you talking about
no
the
pun
pan?
intended? But what I was trying to say was that they had about 6 people right in front of them, and that was actually proving too many. So they really didn't know whom to shoot.
That's a panic situation, and they somehow managed to qualify for that. And you know what? That could have actually gone south because there were too many teams in that last goddamn circle, and nobody could even nobody knew what to do. And the only reason why I believe that team number 5 actually got the chicken dinner was because they did not really go out to fight. They just decided to go ahead and go for the healing, because once they started to do that, they somehow did not participate in these fights, and a lot of these other teams just managed to kill themselves. And that was, one of the most amazing games of PUBG which I have seen.
I mean, yes, at the start of the game, I was actually telling you that I was pretty intrigued to see team number 5, whether they will be making it to the top 4 or probably they will be winning, because I wasn't really sure, because the track record was like that. Every time we saw a team which actually got about 1 or 2 drops, they really didn't win it. So I was pretty intrigued about that, and we all actually knew that team number 5 were able to win it. And that brings me to the next question. Who's actually going to be the person who's going to win one of these phones right now?
Well, if you want to know who's going to be winning this, it could be any of you guys, and you only have a short amount of time to actually participate in this giveaway. So all you have to do is go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like and share this live stream, and comment down below exclamatory mark PUBG Mobile in all caps. I repeat, exclamation mark PUBG Mobile in all caps. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you will be eligible to win one of these beautiful phones. And a huge shout out to all of you beautiful viewers and our sponsor OPPO for giving us these beautiful phones. And we are going to be right back with the second game after a short break.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stream. We just witnessed a grueling game of PUBG Mobile, the first game of the round 2, which we are streaming for today's stream, I would say. And with that, I guess this is the time where we are going to see who is going to be one of the winners of these 2 phones. And I guess without any further ado, I think we should be announcing the winners. And before that, I would like to give a huge shout out to all you guys for watching this and making this happen, because without you guys, this wouldn't have been possible, as well as our sponsors OPPO for bringing these beautiful phones for you guys for all our streams. And 2 of them are going to win it today, and we're actually going to see who is going to win it today and right now.
And let's actually get the drums rolling, as we are going to be seeing who is going to be the winner of the first OPPO F9 Pro, and it is going to be Deepesh Chauhan. Congratulations, Deepesh. You just won yourself a good mobile phone, a beautiful mobile phone, an amazing mobile phone, and that is the OPPO F9 Pro. The OPPO F9 Pro is one of the most premium phones available in the Indian market, and you get with it a 6.3-inch screen, a 3.5K mAh battery, and a VOC fast charge. So that means you will be able to play PUBG all day, every day, and get yourself a bunch of chicken dinners. And you know what? If you get a chicken dinner or something, just go ahead and post it on Facebook and something. Just say OPPO F9 Pro actually gave you that ability to get that chicken dinner. Because you know what? This is one of the best phones you can use to play PUBG Mobile in.
I mean, actually, the 6 GB RAM is actually going to help them out because it's not really going to burn your fingers as well. Because,
like my first gaming PC had 4 GB of RAM, man. Come on, 4 GB of RAM
you
for
know,
a gaming PC.
everyone was there at one point of time. So I guess.
And then mobile phones just come in and they're like, okay, no, PCs are gonna be obsolete now, and that is actually a beautiful thing. Even though I'm saying it with a little bit of rage inside of my tummy, I'm still gonna be saying the advent of mobile phones is not over yet. And you know what? You still have a chance to win one more of these OPPO F9 Pro, so don't actually go anywhere. Just start spamming down on the comment section below, !PUBG Mobile, and hit the subscribe button so you will be eligible to win the last OPPO F9 Pro for today's live stream.
I mean, yes, we just have one more phone like you just said, and I think we just have to go for the second game of today's game to see who is going to win the chicken dinner as well. So without actually further any ado, I would actually say that, you know, we should be heading into the game. And before that, we will actually be back with a short break, and we'll actually leave you with the highlights of yesterday's game, the last game of round 1. So I guess you actually should be getting ready with all the popcorn and the frying pans, because we are going to witness one more chicken dinner and one more person who is going to get this OPPO F9 Pro after the short break, and we'll leave you with the highlights. This is Tango, also known as Sriram Vishal.
And this is Old Pair, also known as Siddharth Prashant, and we will be right back.
OPPO Selfie Expert.
Radio tower,
so
and he is on top, and he is going to actually get a knockdown onto Hrithik 21 right here. So Hrithik
in
is
a really tough situation right now. He is going to get one from one, but he has, oh my god, he's going to knock out 2 guys right now. He's going to take down Usman Misri. He knows that there is another guy.
He is going to try to go in, he's going to waltz in, and he will be able to get that first knockout, and he will be able to get that kill onto one player from the side of team number 16, and we are going to be looking at... Oh my god, what the hell is going on? He does manage to get the knockout onto team number 11 player. He is going to go for that unfortunate real. He himself is pretty low. He needs to actually get the hell out of
making his way onto the building out there. There is another knockout, however, from team number 11. As we see guys making the ball, they are actually going to prolong it. And we see team number 16 going down as well of the hill. So that's something which I've heard a lot from you as well. As we're actually going to get back to the action at the moment, the mini 14 shots coming out there, connecting right on to FC Champion, knocking him out, as some of his teammates are trying to go for the move, and one of them trying to go for the revive as well. As we actually see Lost Sicario getting knocked down as well, and Lady Elena is going to clean that mess out there as the zone is going to come out, and it is going to add to the misery of team number 11 as the smoke starts coming out. The zone actually doing a lot of damage to a couple of guys as they finally make it inside the zone, and another person is going to go down for team number 11 as the zone is going to close in, and I guess that is going to be the end of team number 11. Oh no, there's actually one more guy for team number 11, and it looks though as if team number 2 spotted out team number 4 the last player, and he will be trying to get the kill, and he does manage to do a lot of damage to that last person from team number 4, and he is going to be stuck over there, and we are going to be looking at one more player on inside of this building, as that happens to be team number 4's player as well, and they are going round the bounce, and I think that is going to be one kill for team number 20, and Lady Elena is going to eliminate him as well. And mind you, there was one person from team number 20 who was knocked out and who went down as well, and now that is going to be the end of one more team as well, which is going to just leave us with team number 20, team number 23, and just one more team into this, which happens to be team number 11, I guess. So that is going to be it. Now people are going to go for the revive. I mean, people are going to go for the healings right now, because that is going to be the end of both the people from the other teams. That actually was a damn squib. We really didn't see a lot of fight between both those teams at the end. Just about 2 seconds into the last zone, and we saw the kill coming out there. And just look at that. Lady Elena actually leading from the front. 13 kills for him, as his teammates coming out with 2, 1 and 3 kills each. that was actually a really good game, and that was perfect execution coming out.
Kills coming in as team number 12. One of their players is actually going to be running towards team number 25 as he is going to get knocked down by the player from team number 14. So things are not really looking really well for team number 12 as he is going to get fired upon by team number 25 and team number 14. And it seems that the team number 25 is going to be the one getting the kill onto a kill right there. And rightly
number 17 Silverdale is in a fix. The smoke's coming out there. He's just got little time for him to revive, but no, that is going to go down as well. Team number 17 Silverdale is going to go down courtesy of the nade from Rohan.
They are going to be looking at team number 19. They are going to be storming around, and this is a good situation because team number 25 only has to do a man. They have to get on top of the first floor, and they will locate where team number 25 is going to be. As we are going to be looking at Rajesh Borate and
DR Aravind is going to go down as two of his teammates are going to try to revive him right now. There is one knockout coming out there, and looks like that is going to be the end of team number 25 as team number 21 are right behind team number 19. So this is going to get really close right now. Two of team number 19's players knocked out right now as 21's players are right behind. Well, in 30 seconds we are going to see the next zone coming out there. The fancy ass skins coming out there from Savage Hunter is actually going to give them the extra 10% of the skill, like you just say always. And we are going to see whether they can actually get this out right now because there are a couple of guys towards his left side, team number 9's player, and towards the right side they have about team number 15 as well as team number 19. So this is actually going to leave them at a fix, and a lot of people coming out there right behind the tree as cover is going to get about 2 knockouts for them. Team number 15 are going to be just dependent about Gurjar whether he can actually make those 2 revives if possible, because the zone is going to spread out right now and he's going to make it inside the zone, which is going to be actually going to be really hard for them as Savage Hunter is going to snake in right now. His fancy costume is going to help him out. It is going to help his case as Gurjar is making his way trying to get inside the zone, and that is going to be the end of team number 15 as well. Savage Hunter is going to take another 13 kills for his team, which is going to just leave us with about 10 people and 5 teams remaining into this. The zone is moving out. He's going to spot out one more person over there. Team number 19 is gone as well. There's 9 people alive into this. Team number 10 and team number 21 are going to be the the close ones to watch for. He's going to watch out Swapnil right behind the post, and he's going to knock him out there. And the ghillie suit is in jeopardy right now as Swapnil is going to go down, and just 2 people remaining from team number 10 is Swapnil.
Okay, I think he just spotted him out.
I guess he spotted him because numbers advantage is not really going to work out for team number 10, and that is going to work out for team number 21. However, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the second game. It is going to be team number 21, the team of Savage Hunter 56, Sham 69.
13 kills for Savage Hunter.
Oh, this is actually the first time we are going to see 2 games back to back with 13 kills each, and both of them coming out from the team which actually got the chicken dinner.
selfie expert. OPPO selfie expert.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stream. We are here for the second game of today's stream, and we just witnessed the chicken dinner coming out there. And let's actually see what do you think? We actually witnessed the winner as well for the OPPO F9 Pro as well.
Well, the thing is, the first game was kind of amazing just because of the fact that there were about 27 teams over at that last zone. And you saw it right there, like once that zone was actually closing in, you saw all of them drop dead like flies in a matter of seconds. And that was a really confusing part, which just because team number 5, who by the way did manage to survive and get that chicken dinner for themselves, they did not really have a lot to do in that because they had their healing. Just because they had a lot of loot, a lot of healing, they managed to survive, and most of these teams just managed to kill themselves. And you know that was quite an amazing game, and we also did witness one of the winners for the OPPO F9 Pro. So congratulations, you lucky winner. You are going to be getting this amazing mobile phone for yourself.
I mean, yes, that's not just it, because we still have another phone coming out there for you guys. And without actually wasting more time, all you have to do is just go down, just go for the just like, subscribe, and even go down to the comment section and type !PUBG Mobile, and that can actually win you one of these phones, because the other one has already been given off to one of the
this is given away.
That is still the balance. So
yeah.
I guess just waste no more time, just go down to the comment section and start typing that. And remember, it should be in all caps, because that is actually one of the requisites for you to win this phone as well.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be getting into the lobby of game number 2 pretty soon. So don't go anywhere, as we are going to be looking at the lobby right now. And actually, if some of you guys managed to miss the last game was going really eventfully well. So basically, I will give you guys a rundown. And what happened was that during the last zone, and by the way, the last zone eventually converges into the center over a span of time, and there were just too many people alive. And since it was in Yasnaya, it was kind of a difficult position, not a really good place to actually end up in, because you have a lot of these buildings and a lot of people somehow managed to take a lot of cover, and they did manage to survive until the last zone. And you know, the last zone, when that actually started closing in, that's when the shitstorm went to its furthest position, as we did see a lot of these people just started dropping like flies, people just jumping over compounds, just getting shot
I mean, they were actually shot mercilessly, because the team which actually won, they had all their 4 players alive, and that was a really that was actually a strength coming out there for their team. They were able to make sure that all their 4 players stayed down till the end, even though a couple of them were knocked out on the process. They actually regrouped themselves really well, and they were able to get it back, and that was actually a really good game coming out there. They were in fact handed out with 2 drops, both of them coming out there at Stalber, where they went for the drop and they successfully won the chicken dinner, breaking the jinx as well while we actually were looking at the previous games. And I guess without further ado, I think we will be heading back to the game, as we will be back with a short break coming up with live action of game number 2 of today's stream.
OPPO Selfie Expert. OPPO Selfie Expert.
Radio tower,
so
and he is on top, and he is going to actually get a knockdown onto Hrithik 21 right here. So Hrithik
in a really tough situation right now. He is going to get one, but he has, oh my god, he's going to knock out 2 guys right now. He's going to take down Usman Misri. He knows that there is another guy.
He is going to try to go in. He's going to waltz in, and he will be able to get that first knockout, and he will be able to get that kill onto one player from the side of team number 16, and we are going to be looking at oh my god, what the hell is going on? He does manage to get the knockout onto team number 11 player. He's going to go for that unfortunate deal, and he himself is pretty low. He needs to actually get the hell on him.
Making his way onto the building out there. There is another knockout, however, from team number 11. As we see guys making the ball, they are actually going to prolong it. And we see team number 16 going down as well of the field. So that's something which I've heard a lot from you as well. As we're actually going to get back to the action at the moment, the mini 14 shots coming out there, connecting right on to FC Champion, knocking him out. And some of his teammates are trying to go for the move, and one of them trying to go for the revive as well. As we actually see Lost Sicario getting knocked out as well. And Rady Alina is going to clean that mess out there as the zone is going to come out. And it is going to add to the misery of team number 11 as the zone starts coming out. The zone actually doing a lot of damage to a couple of guys as they finally make it inside the zone. And another person is going to go down for team number 11 as the zone is going to close in. And I guess that is going to be the end of team number 11. Oh no, there's actually one more match for team number 11. And it looks though as if team number 2
spotted out team number 4 the last player, and he will be trying to get him the kill, and he does manage to do a lot of damage to that last person from team number 4, and he is going to be stuck over there. And we are going to be looking at one more player on inside of this building, as
that happens to be team number 4's player as well, and they are going round the bounce, and I think that is going to be one kill for team number 20, and Rady Alina is going to eliminate him as well. And mind you, there was one person from team number 20 who was knocked out and who went down as well. And now that is going to be the end of one more team as well, which is going to just leave us with team number 20 team number 23, and just one more team into this, which happens to be team number 11, I guess. So that is going to be it. Now people are going to go for the revive. I mean, people are going to go for the healing right now because, oh, that is going to be the end of both the people from the other teams. That actually was a damn squib. We really didn't see a lot of fight between both those teams at the end. Just about 2 seconds into the last zone, and we saw that kill coming out there. And just look at that. Lady Alina actually leading from the front. 13 kills for him as his teammates coming out with 2, 1 and 3 kills each. That was actually a really good game, and that was perfect execution coming out.
Kills coming in as team number 12. One of their players is actually going to be running towards team number 25. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to be getting into game number 2 of today's live stream. And this is going to be one hell of a game because we have seen a pattern, because game number 2 has always been better than game number 1 in all of our live streams. And I guess nothing can actually top the last game, and maybe we might just be able to see the tradition being kept up, and game number 2 right here just crossing the excitement level right here. And we are going to be looking at the flight's path as it is going to be heading from the western side of the map to the eastern side of the map.
It's actually going from Georgia Pole, so let's actually see where this is going to head on to, I guess, to the northern side of Milta Power, I'd say.
And look at the Royal Pass.
The Royal Pass is just about 61 levels, the highest guy of this lobby as well, DR Sid Biscuit, who is with 61 levels.
Hey, I am a Sid with a biscuit. Hey, jokes have been made.
Okay, I just hope I didn't hear that. While we are looking back onto the flight pattern right now, it's making its way right from hospital onto Lipovka, so I really thought that it is going on to Milta, but sadly that seems... that really doesn't seem to be the case, as we are going to witness all the teams trying to jump out right now. Teams going on to, we actually see team number 20 going on. I guess, what are they?
I guess they can go to Primorsk. I guess if they do land at Quarry, they still have enough time to go to Primorsk and Ferry Pier, so they can go for a good loot, and I don't think they are going to get contested anytime soon. Meanwhile, we are going to be looking at Pochinki going to be headed by team number 22 and one more team, I guess.
Pochinki is actually not going to go there, and looks like as if team number 22 are going to go on for Ferry Pier, I guess. While team number 11, 7 as well as 19 are heading their way on Pochinki. While we actually see no takers going on for Rozhok, while we see team number 19 and one more team going on to Severny. That's actually one tricky thing I have seen till now, because I've never seen people choosing to skip Rozhok and going on to Severny, because to be honest, I guess Rozhok has better loot.
Yeah, Rozhok certainly has better loot than Severny, but I guess these guys just want to go for Severny because they might have expected not another team landing there, but that does not happen to be the case. They are going to get contested by one more team, and if they do manage to get that vehicle, which is mostly likely because Severny does have those long roads, and I'm pretty sure that there would be at least a buggy or two which people can escape in, maybe a Dacia also. So that is going to be just, I guess, one team just running about over the map, just trying to gather as much loot as they can, as we are going to be looking at team number 24 right here.
There's actually a buggy coming right in front of him.
Talking about buggies.
Coming out there. And he is going to get that buggy, as we are actually going to look at team number 19 as well as team number 16, both the teams which were going on to Severny. And Gracio is going to get a lot of damage attacked onto him from Proud from team number 16. So I guess they are heading their way on to safety. They're actually running away from the fight, and I think that is purely because that they don't have much of weapons. They don't have any weapons, while Proud has a DP28, and that is going to be one mark, and that's going to be two as well. So two of team number 19's players are going to go down at Severny. The split not really working in their favor. We actually saw the other two people trying to get down from Rozhok, but they really didn't take Rozhok. They probably went on to some other players or something like that, as we are going to see one of their players going to go down, and that is going to be number 2 who is going to go down for team number 19. That is actually going to leave them with 2 more people, and that is going to be 2 kills for team number 16's Proud, and they are actually having...
He also gets that...
Oh, the buggy coming out there for team number 19 is not going to help them out, and that is going to be one more person from team number 19 who is going to bite the dust, and that is one free buggy to team number 16 as well. Not that they didn't have one, but Severny has a lot of buggies.
That buggy is still not going to be
that's
useful.
Going to be total, I guess. The wheels...
The tire also went off,
exactly.
and it has taken a lot of damage. I mean, if you are a crazy guy, you might just go ahead and drive this buggy all around the map, and it seems as though...
Oh, he's actually going to go for it.
I guess he is the crazy person right now. I just hope that he does not get shot or something, because if the buggy does explode, I don't even think that you're going to get knocked out. You're just going to go to heaven or maybe hell, because you are
You tried something which actually shouldn't have been done in the first place, so I guess he will be going on to hell for that. But we are actually looking at the zone going on and favoring the people coming out there from the southwestern part of the mainland. So which is actually going to make sure that people who are landing at Georgopol, people who are landing at Severny have to make the long road all the way for the southwestern part of the mainland. So that is going to be really tricky, as we are actually going to look at team number 14 as well as team number 21 right down at Milta, trying to go for a fight right now. Let's actually see if it's going to work out for them, because both the teams don't have much of loot, and I guess team number 14 have the advantage, because both of team number 21's players who are down in the southern side are really not with a lot of good loot. I would say just about Uzis for both these guys, while we are going to see team number 14's players with the Scarl, the shotguns, the VSS, as well as this one's actually a UMP, I guess.
Yeah, that is a UMP with a suppressor, and that kind of looked a little bit confusing. It might have looked like an M16 or two.
Oh yeah, that was.
I mean, the suppressor for the UMP does make it look like an assault rifle, and certainly the UMP can act like an assault rifle if played right. And we are going to be looking at team number 14. They are going to be playing this really well right now. They have secured Milta for themselves. Team number 21 are going to be scuttling about in the outskirts of the city, and they are possibly going to get spotted out by team number 14's players, as we are going to be looking at Arca Cruiser. He is going to be going to the edge building right here, and he will be getting a good vantage point on people who are going to be in the outskirts of Milta.
I think team number 21 are going to regroup at the moment, because as you had earlier seen, a couple of guys were going on to the farther part of that building, which is actually quite nearby to the bridge. So that was pretty tricky coming out there. Looks as if they have regrouped themselves, given that they got the basic loot which they had got in the last 2 minutes. And we'll actually see whether team number 14 are going to be picking up that fight, because they're not even fully looted. Just about the UMPs as well as the SKS coming out there from Arca Cruiser is not really going to do a lot of damage, given that the SKS has really good power, as well as it's not even bolt action. So that's actually going to give you a lot of stock bullets coming out there.
I mean, the SKS is one of the best DMRs you can get in this game. The only thing which is going to sell the SLR over the SKS is the fact that the SKS has a lot of attachment slots, and you are probably going to get really tired as you are going to try to fill them up, as we are going to be looking at Yasnaya right now.
All the players where we actually witnessed the bloodbath dinner, I would say, as well as a bloodbath, because we actually saw a cracker of a contest in the previous game at this same place, and it looks though as if this time it's not really going to help them out, because the zone is actually going to favor the southern part of the region. So I guess team number 9 as well as the other team,
team number 10 and team number 9 will have to make
the move pretty soon, because the zone is going to close in about in about 5 more seconds, and they have a long way to go, because they're not even close to the zone. And I mean, they're not really that far away from the zone, I beg your pardon, because it is quite close to
it's a runnable distance for both of these teams if they leave early enough. But I do believe getting a vehicle would be their highest priority, and if they do, they can actually just go ahead and try to go for more loot or something, because most of these players, they are not really sorted out, because they can use a level 2 bag or something, as we are going to be looking at Corpet right here. He has an M4, he has an AK, he has the pan, and he also has all these level 2 gear except for his backpack.
And finally, we actually see team number 19's player. I mean, I was actually quite intrigued to see where he was, because 3 of them had died at Severny to team number 16, and he seems to be right to the southern part of school. So I guess he's still alive, so I don't think that's actually going to help the others at the moment, because he is just right in the center of the zone, and that is actually going to help him out, because that is actually going to prolong his stay into the game, while we are going to see 2 of team number 13's players heavily damaged by the team number 21 with all their guns and all of that. He actually doesn't have an attachment. He's actually going to go right at Guru Boy, I guess, from team number 13, and he's actually going to successfully take him down as well, which is going to leave one more person at team number 13 out there, right next to team number 21 player. Let's actually see if they are actually going to go for it. It looks like as if they haven't spotted him yet, and this is actually going to go in their favor. They've taken 1 kill from team number 13. Let's actually see whether they are going to move, because I don't think they will be moving anytime soon, because they are right into the zone, while we actually see team number 7 out there on the military base trying to take that vehicle and trying to get all the loot as they can.
And you know what? Even though team number 7 will have the best loot in the game, period, because they did land in a military base, I believe they will have to go through these bridges unless they're going to try to go on the sea route. And if they do go on the bridge towards the eastern side of the map, they are going to be met with team number 21. And if they're going to be going to the western side of the map, they are going to be met with a lot more teams. And that is going to be a really sad fight, as we are going to be looking at team number 15 right here. They are just going to be in one corner of the map, and you look at where they are.
I guess they are going to get hit by the zone. It looks like as if
they do have a
their
Dacia.
teammates are not yet getting into that vehicle. Probably he wants some loot from his teammates, because looks as if they are quite looted as well. So some kind of revolt happening between team number 15
quite
players.
looted. The pistol is going to be dealing shit tons of damage later on into the game. Look at that. I mean, I'm just a little bit surprised that they are not really moving forward, because the zone is going to hit them any second now, and they will have to go onto that vehicle and they will have to move forward.
And meanwhile, we are looking at the first drop into this game towards the western side of Pochinki and the southeastern side of Ghatka. Let's actually see if team number 22 are going to actually get that, because we actually see there were 3 teams right to the close vicinity of the drop. Team number 19, 11 as well as team number 22, while we still have about team number 5 and team number 8 pretty close by. So I guess this drop is actually contestable, but mind you, it is quite open. So any team which decides to bait it out, just like how we are going to see team number 22 right now with that scope onto that M4, he's actually going to go and try to bait it out, because he's got a good vision out there, and that's actually a good angle to bait it out. And
the only bad thing about this is the fact that he has put the 6x on the M4. Maybe if he had a better gun like a SKS or an SLR, that might have been a really good thing. But since the M4 does not really have that bullet velocity like the M16 even has, this is going to be a really confusing situation, because most of these bullets are not going to hit unless they are going to be staying stationary.
And while that is happening, we see team number 23 as well as team number 5 right in the close vicinity of team number 22, as they actually leave them and I don't think they are actually interested to pick up that fight, while we are going to look at team number 5 making their way out here with that UAZ and with that Dacia, and finally they are making their move.
They are trying to go towards Ferry Pier, and if they do, they will be getting some commendable loot, and which is going to help them out later on into the game.
I'm not really sure whether they are going to get loot or not, but I'm pretty sure they are going to get fought upon by team number 23, as they are making their way onto Ferry Pier as well with that Dacia. Both of them coming into that Dacias, and I think one of team number 5's player has already spotted them out, and who is Atlas. I guess he is going to prove a point at the moment, trying to take out all the people from
but this can get a little bit confusing, because one player from team number 5 has actually rotated all the way. So if team number 23 is trying to go for a kill, this might look a little bit weird.
And I guess they are actually going to they are making their way back. Probably they realize that it is not safe, given that,
I mean, look at them. They don't really have any loot. They only have pistols and a little bit of SMGs, like a micro Uzi or two. So I don't really think that even if they sat and fought in Ferry Pier, they would not have really won that fight. And we are going to be looking at team number 22 right here.
Oh, that's actually another drop coming out there right in the vicinity of team number 22. So if they are actually going to go and try to take about both the drops, that is going to be something we actually witnessed in the previous game as well. We saw about 2 drops coming out there right onto Stalber, where the winning team they actually took about both those drops, and they eventually won the game. So I guess if team number 22 are going to go for the same thing, they can probably do it, breaking a lot of things.
I mean, they can certainly use that loot, because we did see one player from team number 22 really did not have any good loot. He only had level 1 gear. As we are going to be looking at team number 10, they are going to be trying to make their way inside of the blue zone, and they are going to be safe as of now, but they have to be careful, because they did see team number 9 just zoom away in their vehicle, and it seems as though they are going to be giving chase on their UAZ, as we are going to be looking at the DP28 coming in from one of team number 10's players with that 6x. Okay, the 6x is going to be used on the AK, and he will be able to spot out players onto those apartment complexes. And we are going to be looking at the smoke actually getting primed from Nick, and it seems as though he's just going to be putting that so most of his teammates can ride safely. I guess.
I really don't think what strat that is because, probably because one of team number 9's players is right on top of that building and he is trying to spot out the people out there, the AK as well as the Star-L with a suppressor coming out there, while we see team number 9's player who's going to get knocked down there by one of team number 10's player. That is going to leave team number 9 at a fix because we actually see 3 people from team number 9 right on top of that building. So this is buying a lot of time for team number 10 to go in and try to take the fight, and that's actually a good decision coming out there for team number 10. They are going to go on to the UAZ and probably they will be going for the fight, while we are going to look at Anurag, who is going to take down a couple of guys, and that is a good advantage for team number 11. That is
that's just team number 12 actually getting disqualified right now, as they did lose their last player in that little scuffle, as team number 11 is going to be dealing that little death blow right there. We are going to be looking at team number 10 right now. They're just going to be looting all these small buildings, just trying to...
I really thought that they were going for the fight because they managed to knock out about one person from the other team, which was right next to them, and it looks though as if that seems to not really help them out, and they probably wanted to go outside and try to
that's a good decision. That's a good decision because
exactly. I think the main objective of their game right now is probably to extend their stay into the game, and I guess that is what they did, and I think that is actually a good idea coming out there. While we are going to see team number 8 going to go right on to team number 20's Joseph, and let's see if that is going to work. But no, that doesn't seem to be the case, as Joseph is going to get taken down by Kaizen 009. He is going to get knocked down, and I think that is going to do the last blow to him, and he is going to go down anytime soon, and rightly said, he is going to go down as well. Team number 8 picking that 1 kill onto their opponent, and let's wait and watch if that is going to prolong their stay into the game. 20 seconds and we are going to see the next zone trying to come in. The blue zone will be moving in about 15 more seconds, and I guess we just have to wait and watch to see where the zone is going to come in, because currently the zone is favorable to the people who are at Ferry Pier, Quarry as well as the Gatka. I mean, towards I guess a little southern part of Gatka.
Even Georgiapol, as they can make their way towards the south right now, and we are going to be looking at the zone right here in Gatka, and we are going to be looking at team number 16. I guess they made their way from Georgiapol and Ruins, just trying to loot all their way. And
you know what? I'm really gonna be a little intrigued to see where team number 21 and 7 and how are they going to cross the bridge. Are they actually going to go for the bridge, or probably they will be going for the a boat or something like that, or probably by sea, because that is something which they will be trying to go as.
That will be the safest position. That will be the safest decision. But if they are going to be wanting to play this a little bit faster, they can probably try to risk it by going on a vehicle or two. And if they do, they can actually try to just run ahead to the center of the zone.
But I would say that is going to be suicidal, because if you're actually going to go in right from the bridge, I think you will be met upon by team number 22, team number 10, team number 15 as well as team number 18. While we are going to see the dropping at Primorsk, to the southern part of Primorsk, right onto the shore, as we are looking at team number 14. He's going to spot out one, he's going to spot out all the 3 people, he's actually going to knock out 2 people right now. There's just going to be 1 person alive at the moment, and that is going to be the end of team number 9. He's going to take down 3 kills out there, Prateek, and that is going to be a wipe onto them, and that's a good play coming out there from team number 14, taking out 3 kills in that encounter, and eventually...
I mean, there are just 2 things you can't really trust in PUBG. One is the red zone, and the second thing is the 3-wheeled motorcycle, because that thing is literally a death machine, and even if that is kind of fast, and even if you don't manage to just topple it over and kill your full team, you are going to get spotted out by a lot of these teams, because it is a open vehicle.
So
and
basically what you're trying to say is
they died because of that.
Even though it's actually helping you to go to your zone, or helping you to try to have the drive-by or something, you never know when it's going to let you down.
Yeah, I mean, that only takes, I believe, 3 shots from a Car 98K to actually explode. And we are going to be looking at team number 11 right here. Team number 11, they are going to be able to get that knockdown onto one of these team number 15 players. And it seems as though team number 15 don't really have an opportunity to see where they're getting shot from, as we are going to be looking at team number 11. They are going to be surrounding them. One player actually knocked out, and it seems as though he is going to be coming towards his rescue team number 15's player, as we are going to be looking at team number 11. They are going to try to go forward. We are going to be looking at Anurag right there with his M4, just keeping a keen eye onto that building, and we are going to be looking at most of team number 11's players.
Oh, but team number 14 is going to come right now, and let's actually see see whether they are going to go and perform the drive-by, but no, literally they don't land a single shot at anyone, but they take a lot of damage. One of team number 14's players is kind of low at the moment, and I think that has distracted enough of team number 11, which is allowing team number 15 to make their way onto that place and go for the revive, and that is doing it pretty well. And team number 15's, both of their players are going to get knocked down. I mean, one of them are going to get knocked out right now, and that is going to be team number 11's Harsh, who is going to take down one kill out there. Well, Rahul is taking cover behind the Dacia. Let's actually see if he's going to take him out. But because now it's going to be a 4v3, team number 11 have the advantage. Even though they were distracted by team number 14, they managed to bring it back. They managed to redeem themselves by taking about one person from team number 15. And I guess they are pretty much on the verge of taking another as well. And this is really, you know, putting on the brakes on team number 15's performance, because they were pretty much playing it well until this moment. And that looks as if there's going to be another, there's going to be another person who's going to bite the dust, and that is going to allow team number 15 just with two people, and both of them are making their escape route from that vehicle as they are making their way onto the shore. And I think team number 11 have some kind of idea that he must be lurking around somewhere.
They've done the damage, and it seems as though team number 11 are not going to waste any of their time trying to chase that, as they are going to be getting two more bodies to actually go for the loot, and that is probably going to give them a lot of ammo and even better guns. And we are going to be looking at team number 22 right here. They are going to be caught in a little bit of a fix, as they are going to be going up against team number 14. Team number 14 are going to be outside, and team number 22 do have the cover of the building, while team number 14, they have the high ground advantage. And it seems as though Pratik is going to be having a really good angle onto anyone who is inside of these buildings.
Oh, but then he is hearing sounds where team number 15 are. Team number 5 are going to get about 3 kills right now. That is going to be the end of team number 8. 3 kills coming out there for team number 5 is going to wipe team number 8 down, and that is going to give them total control of Ferry Pier at the moment, as they are taking the loots out of the people who are coming out there. While we are going to look back again onto team number 14, as he is going to spot out one person from, he's actually going to spot out the Dacia of team number 23, and he is getting that trigger patience onto him. He's not actually going to go for the fire, because he pretty much knows that they are going to come. A little bit of a fix out there for team number 23, as they are planning to probably
swap vehicles.
Oh, they are swapping their vehicles.
GTA coming into PUBG, as they are going to be getting that vehicle, stealing that vehicle right under the nose of team number 14's players, and we are going to be looking at them just trying to get the hell out of this place, and they will be safe from team number 14's antics. And we are going to be looking at them just driving towards team number 15 right here. Then they actually need to be careful, because this is the bridge point, and this place is deadly and known for just a treacherous pass, as we are going to be looking at team number 16's Wolverine with his M24 just trying to scout out and see whether people are going to be in this building. He does manage to spot out one player from team number 24. He's just going to be peeking towards the door and back into the window, and he might just be able to get a kill or two, as team number 24 does have two people in that building, while team number 16's only one player, Wolverine, is going to be keeping an eye onto that building. Let's actually see how that's actually going to be panning out.
That, I feel, is going to go to the advantage of team number 16, because they pretty much know that there are a couple of guys, because Wolverine knocked out one of team number 24's player, while the other one came on to revive him. So they pretty much know that there are at least two people out there. Little do they know that it is just two people out of their team, while he is going to spot out Anuj, and this is a really good opportunity for Wolverine to take that shot, because that is going to land another knockout onto Anuj if it happens to connect, and that will be giving them a lot of time to go inside and probably try to take team number 24. And I think this is going to be a really good opportunity for him. He's going to fire that shot, and that is going to be another knockout onto team number 24. Second time in a row we see Anuj going down, and that is going to leave Chauhan to go and revive his teammate. And like I said, team number 16 are trying to go and make the way and trying to clear out team number 24. That is a good play coming out there, which is going to take a lot of time from team number 24, because one of them have to revive, and which he successfully does. The nade being popped out there from Wolverine is not really going to help them out, I guess, because that has landed right in front of them. The UMP can really help them out, since team number 24 is the other player who just got knocked out, has to, you know, heal himself up, and that is going to cost a lot of time for them. And looks as if team number 16 did not spot out the other team, which was right, one person from the other team which was right behind him, and that seems to be that really doesn't seem to worry him, as they are making their way onto that building. They have actually surrounded the building, and Chauhan as well as his teammate are really in a fix at the moment, as team number 16th player. All of them have surrounded that building. That's not really going to help them out, as Kaka has some kind of idea that people are coming out there from the southwestern part, and he has an idea. He is going to spot him out, but no, he's actually going to look at the other side. One of Team Number 24's player who is trying to make the run is going to fall down, and now it is going to be Chauhan's chance to return the favor to his teammate, but I don't think that is going to be possible because one of his teammates is going to go down, and that is going to be the end of Team Number 24, and that is another wipe for Team Number 16. 4 of them still alive. The first time they got about 2 kills, and this time they are getting another 2 kills, and both the times they were able to wipe out the team that was remaining, as Team Number 17 are making their way inside the blue zone, because in about 10 more seconds we are going to see the blue zone closing in, and that would be really tricky for Team Number 16, because even though they have a vehicle, it is not really going to help them out, because a lot of people are there where Team Number 11 are. Team Number 11, Team Number 22 as well as Team Number 14 are there at the same place, and if Team Number 20 want to move out, if they want to move in inside the white zone, they have to cross all these teams, because the first line of fire will be about Team Number 14, which will distract Team Number 22 as well as 11, because at the moment I think Team Number 11 and 22 are going to be involved in a fight right now, and Raj Sonar was able to spot out a couple of guys out there and was able to give out valuable information to his teammates, all the 4 of them out there. And let's actually see how it's going to work out, because he's got about a nade and he is trying to cook it out. I'm not really sure how it's going to work out, because that's going to land right onto the stairs, and it's just about time to see whether that is going to hit, but luckily it doesn't hit any of Team Number 14's players, Team Number 22's players. Let's actually see that is going to work out, because there's 2 people remaining from Team Number 22, 2 of them already going down.
And look at actually what he has. He has an M249, so that is a machine gun, and that is going to be completely decimating in close range. We are going to be looking at the nades actually dealing a lot of damage.
Oh, look at this. The drop is going to fall right onto that war zone at the moment, as we are going to see Team Number 22's Beast Warrior. He is going to get reduced just about to quarter HP. Let's actually see if he can make his way out of that fix, because he is in a tough situation, as Team Number 14 as well as Team Number 20 are trying to close in at the moment. Team Number 20 and 14, they have been pretty close for a long time. Team Number 20 going around with those Dacias, not even actually taking the damage from Team Number 14, because they're not even firing at them. They are trying to play it really safe, not really engaging where it's unnecessary. While we are going to see Team Number 11 player going to go in, and he's going to go down as well. The escape coming out there, that is going to help them out. 2 knockouts coming out there, while that is going to be the end of that team, and Team Number 11 are going to be victorious. Even though one of their players are going to go down, they still have about 3 more players remaining, with one of them being knocked out, and the revive is being made by Raj Sonar. The AK as well as the Kar98 coming out there from Raj Sonar, making sure that he was able to get the last guy from Team Number 22, and which is going to buy them a lot of time. Just about 1 moment remaining for the next zone, and they're not even far away from the zone, so I guess it's not really going to be really bad. But if you actually look at exactly, the only thing which is going to go not really in their favor is the Team Number 14 are right inside the zone, and they have a good advantage given that they are in a good angle, while we are going to see Team Number 17 one of Team Number 17's player taking a lot of time to take that shot, and another person trying to revive and wasting a lot of time, and that is going to knock them out as well, which is going to just leave us with 11 teams and 35 people. We are going to see Raj Sonar with his Kar98. He's going to take down, he's actually going to try to take down one of Team Number 16's players. He's going to spot another as well. A lot of damage taken out there. Just 2 bullets into his Kar98. Is he going to take him down, or is he going to go and get knocked out, because the medkit is going to get used at the moment, while Kaka is making his he's actually trying to flank it out. 2 people from Team Number 16 towards the southwestern side of Raj Sonar, while the other 2 are on the other side. So this is going to be really tricky out there for Team Number 11, because he is going to spot out Kaka. What a shot coming out there from Raj Sonar. He's going to take him down. 1 knockout to Team Number 11's favor. They have a total of 9 kills at the moment, even though one of their players are going to go down. They are actually holding down Team Number they're holding down Team Number 16 pretty well, because the zone is going to pop in at the moment. The zone is actually going on its way, while Team Number 11 are trying to make it into the white zone. Anurag getting tagged out there. He's going to get knocked out for Team Number 14's player. They are holding a really good place. They have been holding the place for long, I would say. And the revive is going to be tried at the moment, but I don't think he's got enough time to do that, because even though if he's going to revive his friend, he is going to go down again courtesy of the zone, because this zone is really going to hit, because this is actually the 5th zone coming into the game, and Team Number 11 are going to be at the fix right now, because he's going to make his way onto that, and I don't think he is going to go down. That is a costly error which he did, and he is going to make himself being paid out there. two of them getting knocked out, which is going to leave Pasha being the last person from team number 11 to go inside the white zone. While we are going to see team number 14's players, they are still holding their place and they are trying to make it into the next zone. Little do they realize, towards the right hand side, he is going to spot one person from team number 11, but he really doesn't care about that. He's going to make his way right onto the white zone because he knows that there are 4 people out there, and it's not really going to be easy for people to kill him. And that is going to be one more kill for team number 16, I guess, as he is going to take down the last person from team number 11.
And we are going to be looking at team number 14. That was a really sad play coming in, and let's actually look at how that is going to work out for them. They are going to be the closest team towards the white zone, while we are going to be looking at team number 19 and team number 16. They are in close proximity, and we are going to be looking at the UMP coming in from team number 19. That is probably going to be really devastating, as he is going to be going prone, and if he does manage to spot out a bunch of these people, he might be able to get a kill or two. Meanwhile, in the southern side of the zone, we are going to be looking at team number 5 and team number 10. Actually just fighting it out. They are in the same complex, and it seems as though team number 5 do have the advantage, the numbers advantage. They do have 4 people alive, while only team 10 have only 2 people alive.
But mind you, 2 people from team number 5 have already been knocked out, so that is not really going to help them out, even though they were 4 people into the fight. 2 of them are knocked out, so they don't have much of time to go for the the revives and all of that, because the zone is going to come out in about 3 more seconds, and that is going to do a lot of damage to the people who have been knocked out. So I think the better option out there is just to go inside the white zone, and that is what they are probably trying to do, as we are going to see Kaka, who was able to survive all that assault coming out there from the other team at that time. He's going to try to take down 2 people. He's actually able to take down 1 person in the form of Spidey, and Defaulter is going to be another person right in front of him trying to take the he's actually trying to revive his friend, and let's actually see how it's going to work out. All the 4 people from team number 16 are still alive, while we are just about 22 people in this match still alive, and we still haven't seen make that 14, because a lot of people are going to go down with that play zone, and that is going to still leave Kaka to try to take the people from team number 23. All 4 of them still there from both these teams. So this is actually an interesting fight to watch, because it's actually the first time in a while we are going to see a team fight with 4 people each, and that is going to have a knockout on team number 23's player, and the other one is just going to go down. That is going to allow them to be just with 2 players and make that 1, because that's going to be another knockout as well. Kaka is doing it really well, and he is going to take down that team as well, and all the 4 people from team number 16 are still alive into this encounter, while we are going to just get reduced to 9 people alive and 3 teams. And this is a beautiful contest between all these people, as we are going to see team number 16 with 4 people, while team number 21 has just about 1 person, and we see another 4-member squad from team number 14 as well, and that is going to be a knockout from Arca out there from team number 14 onto team number 16's player, which is actually going to allow them to get more time and try to bait more people as well, even though team number 16 have the advantage. And looks as if team number 21's player, the last person surviving from his team, has already made his way inside the white zone. So all he has to do is just make sure that these 2 teams are fighting it out, and make sure he is going to be advantageous. He should be actually going for the opportunity, trying to make sure.
And it seems as though he actually got killed just as you were talking about that, and that was really a sad way to go, because you were just hyping about how
he just wasted he wasted all my energy. I just tried to hype it up.
He wasted your dreams. He wasted your dreams, Tango, and that's exactly what PUBG is about. PUBG is not a battle royale. It's a dream wasting simulator. As we are going to be looking at team number 14's Firefax right here, he will be able to spot out 1 player from the side of team number.
But he is going to get a lot of damage from the zone, and I think that is going to leave team number 16 in an advantage. But no, Firefox is going to take that 1, and that is going to be a trade coming out there in the form of the zone, which is going to leave us just with 7 people, and both these teams are trying to fight out and to see who is going to get the chicken dinner, because we still see all the 7 people still alive. 2 of them knocked out there in the form of Loner Wolf as well as Prateek, while we are going to see
it's a 1 versus 2.
It's actually 2 versus exactly, that is going to be a 1 versus 2, and that is going to have a lot of advantage for team number 16, because both of them are pretty much healed up, and that is going to leave all the pressure onto Arca, because one of his teammates is going to go down right now, and the other one will be able to go down anytime soon, because Arca has made that sound, and he has a clear idea that people are right in front of him. He's actually taking that risk and trying to go out, but that is going to come and bite him back, because there are 2 people out there, and he doesn't realize that. But no, he's actually going to take down 1, and that is he actually going to go for another one. And I guess oh my god, this is going to go really crazy. Because
he certainly has the chance, because if he did not go for the reload, he might have gotten that kill. But since he did go for that reload, he is going to be in quite a bit of a pickle.
Oh, but look at that. He doesn't have any health. All he has is the bandage. But now he is going to go and try to take him out. That is a no-brainer. You shouldn't have done that. But I really can't blame that. What a game coming out there from team number 16 as well as Kaka's team, making sure that they were able to take this, even though the last fight was so intense. And that was actually the first time we are going to see about 8 people in that last circle, and about all of them from
that was a clean game. Unlike the last game, which was a total shitstorm, we saw that this game was completely proper. This game was really good, and we are going to be looking at those mistakes being made by Orca. Like, I don't think he had a choice. He did not have any healing. He also had to go for the reload, that really unfortunate reload. Maybe if he just kept that angle, he could have gotten another knockout and maybe tried to go for another kill. Maybe that could have given him the chicken dinner, but then again, that is hoping for way too much. And you know what? Congratulations. They played really well. Wolverine's team played it really well. And you saw it right there. Kaka actually got 6 kills. And that too.
I mean, I feel all the 6 kills were coming out in the later stage of the game. Even
with
though
SKS.
It was actually Proud who was making sure that the early game was being carried by him, while the late game was actually taken care of Kaka. I would say the last 2 zones were proving really crucial. And Kaka was he was actually making sure that he was holding it pretty
was
well.
like pretty good, because you saw it right there. He managed to spot out one full team, and he dealt the most amount of damage to the team, and they really were trapped inside of that one building compound, and they could not do anything, and that was a really sad way to go. And you know, credits where it's due. Kaka played it really well with that SKS. He had the right angle. He played it really well until the end of the game. And you know what? He did manage to get knocked down pretty early on in the later stages of the zone.
I mean, yes, in the last, I guess the third last zone, he was getting knocked out there when there was a fight between their team as well as team number 14. But unfortunately, just about a little bit of distraction coming out there by the UAZ coming out there, the Dacia, I'm sorry, that was which was actually doing a lot of distraction, was able to make sure that he had enough time to get the revive from his teammate, and he was able to bounce back pretty much.
He carried in the later stages of the game. And you know what? Congratulations, you are going to be qualifying for the next round. So without any further ado, there is something you guys need to know. The second phone for the giveaway is still going to be there. So you only have a small time window where you can actually be eligible to participate. So go ahead and leave a comment down below saying !PUBG Mobile in all caps. I repeat, !PUBG Mobile in all caps. And with that, you will be eligible to participate, but don't forget to subscribe, like and share the video, because that will also add to your chances of winning this beautiful OPPO F9 Pro.
I mean, yes, that phone is a really premium phone, and I don't think why people will not be liking or subscribing for that, because you're going to get about 6.3 inches of a display out there, and also a 3.5K mAh of battery life, which also means that it also has a VOOC fast charge, which means it's about 5 minutes of charge is going to get you about 2 hours of talk, which means a lot of chicken dinners as well. And we are really pumped up to see who is going to be the second lucky winner of today's giveaway, who is going to get the second phone today. And I guess
we'll reveal that after a short commercial break, because we are totally exhausted by the fact that that last game was going like, I don't know how to describe it, man. That was really exciting, and we will be seeing you guys after a short break.
OPPO Selfie Expert. OPPO Selfie Expert.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you back to the official stream of the OPPO F9 Pro PUBG Mobile Campus Championship 2018. We just witnessed a grueling game of PUBG Mobile where we actually saw who actually got the chicken dinner of the second game and the final game of today's stream. And we actually found one team which won the chicken dinner, and we are still yet to find the person who is going to win the second OPPO F9 Pro of today's giveaway. And before we actually announce that, I would like to give a huge shout out to all you guys for making this happen, because without you guys this wouldn't have been possible, as well as our sponsors OPPO actually
for giving us this amazing phone, because this is one of the most premium phones you can get for that price range, and it has a 6.3-inch screen. That's a huge screen, as my friend used to usually say, anything bigger than 6 inches is going to be pretty good. And don't take my word for it. And we are going to be looking at the fast charge capabilities. This phone has the VOOC charge. With just 5 minutes of charge, you can talk for 2 full hours, and you can actually definitely get a lot of chicken dinners with that much charge. And it comes with a 3.5K mAh battery. So you know what? For PUBG Mobile, this is the phone to go for, and I can definitely guarantee you guys, get this phone and you will get yourself a bunch of chicken dinners. And if you can't get this phone, let's just hope that you're lucky enough to be the winner of this giveaway. And
even if you're not, you still have a few more days where we will be streaming all these games, and you can also win it tomorrow, even if you are not able to win it today. And I guess we should be announcing the winners, because I'm going to get the drum rolling, and I guess you should be doing the honors.
All right then, without any further delay, the winner of the second OPPO F9 Pro is going to be Nick Swanee. Congratulations, Nick Swanee. You just got yourself a beautiful OPPO F9 Pro. And if you want to claim it, go ahead and email us at support@pubgmobile.in, and we'll get back to you soon. So without any further delay, we are going to be signing off, but we are going to be streaming this again tomorrow. So don't forget to tune in, because you might just get yourself a chance to win one of these 2 beautiful OPPO F9 Pros. And you know what? You can also enjoy the game of PUBG Mobile. This is one of the biggest mobile esport tournament coming in, and you know what? PUBG Mobile fans, all of you guys out there, you're just going to be supporting the community by watching the stream. And
I mean, not just that. I mean, you just witnessed how the games were. The first game would have been a prime example of how the game is, because this is the start of the second round, and a lot more of chicken dinners coming as well. And we will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Make sure you are going to be tuned in at 7 p.m. tomorrow, because you are going to witness both of us casting for 2 chicken dinners and also for 2 of OPPO F9 Pro phones, and which is going to be won by either of 2 of you guys who are watching it right now, or which means tomorrow at 7 p.m. that is.
Yes, so without any further delay, this is Siddharth Prashant, also known as Old Bear, and
this is Sriram, also known as Tango, and we are going to sign off. We will see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Ciao.